laging i-check kung maayos ang produkto at serbisyo na nabili.
Paano kayo natulungan ng DTI sa iyong consumer complaint?
Naging maayos ang proseso ng mediation at nagkaroon ng amicable settlement.
Naging malinaw sa akin ang karapatan ko bilang mamimili.
Napalitan ang defective product na nabili ko.
Nag-email ako ng complaint at sinagot agad ako ng DTI.
Tandaan, kapag ang nabiling produkto ay depektibo, maaaring sumangguni sa customer service ng store o sa tamang ahensya ng gobyerno.
Magandang umaga! Mukhang maganda ang barong dito, ate. Saan ba yan gawa? Ginawa yan sa aming probinsya, ma'am. Ang tela po ay gawa sa Josepina, kaya makakasiguro kayo na maganda ang kalidad niyan. Sa itsura at pagkakayari pa lang, mukhang gawa nga ito sa mataas na kalidad ng tela. Pasensya na kayo sa pagiging mausisa ko. Kailangan lang maging mas maingat na ngayon dahil nagkalat na ang mga produktong hindi maayos ang pagkakagawa. Naku, tama lang po ang ginagawa nyo. Mabuti na maging maingat at matalino sa mga binibili natin ngayon.
Recording in
Tulad
progress.
ni Marie, nararapat lang na maging mapanuri ka bilang mamimili para masigurong ang mga produkto o serbisyo na binabayaran mo ay naayon sa Consumer Act of the Philippines. Meron tayong batas na nagtatakda ng panuntunan pagdating sa mapanlinlang, hindi makatwiran at hindi patas na kalakalan. Itinuturing na panlilinlang ang paglalagay ng benepisyo o sangkap sa label na wala naman sa mismong produkto. Ang produktong ibinebenta at sinasabing ito ay sumusunod sa pamantayan, may taglay na kalidad, uri o modelo, subalit ang katotohanan ay wala, ito ay isang uri ng panlilinlang. Pati na rin ang mga produktong na luma o segunda mano pero ibinebenta bilang brand new. Itinuturing na panlilinlang ang pagsasabi na maaaring bilhin ng produkto o serbisyo pero hindi naman pala maaari. Ang ibinebentang produkto na naiiba sa mga patalastas ay panlilinlang din. Itinuturing na panlilinlang kapag sinabi mong may inilagay ka o ginawa sa produktong binili pero ang totoo ay wala naman. Kapag sinabi na kailangang ayusin ang produktong nabili mo, subalit ang katotohanan ay hindi naman kailangang ayusin, ito ay panlilinlang din. Itinuturing na panlilinlang kapag sinabi ng nagbebenta na ang presyo ng produkto ay sulit dahil makakamura ka, subalit ang katotohanan ay wala naman itong pinagkaiba. Ang pagsasabi na mayroon o walang warranty ang isang produkto o ang paglalagay ng disclaimer of warranties ay isang panlilinlang kung mali ang warranty terms and provision nito. Itinuturing na panlilinlang ang paggamit ng imahe o pangalan ng isang tao, association o grupo upang magbukha na suportado nila ang ibinibentang produkto, subalit hindi naman. Ang Consumer Act of the Philippines ay mayroon ding mga panuntunan para maprotektahan lalo na ang mga mamimili na may kapansanan o ang mga taong hindi marunong bumasa at sumulat laban sa mapagsamantalang kalakalan. Kabilang narito ang pagpilit na pumirma sa isang kasunduan kahit hindi mo naiintindihan ang mga nilalaman nito. Kaya ipinapayo na huwag pumirma sa isang dokumento kung hindi mo ito lubos na nauunawaan. Itinuturing na hindi makatwira kapag itinaas ng nagbebenta ang presyo ng isang produkto para sa piling mamimili lamang. Hindi makatwira ng pagkumbinse na pumasok sa isang kasunduan kahit alam ng nagbebenta na wala sa kakayahan ng mamimili na bayaran
Recording
ito.
in progress.
Ang pagpasok sa isang kasunduan na ang makikinabang lamang ay ang nagbebenta ay hindi rin patas. Maaari mong iulat ang mga mapanlinlang o hindi patas na pagbebenta o kalakalan sa mga wastong ahensya ng pamahalaan. Tandaan, maging mapagmatsyag at gawa ng aksyon ang hindi patas na pagbebenta.
Kapag bumibili, hinahanap mo ba ang PS Mark o ICC sticker?
PS Mark? Hindi ko alam yun eh. Ha?
PS Smart?
Meron bang ganon?
Parang hindi naman ata lahat ganon.
Parang sa hardware lang ata meron nun.
Hindi ko tinitingnan.
Minsan, depende. Kung binibili ko yung appliances, tinitinan ko yung PS Mark.
PS Mark, parang ano na yan. May mga sticker.
Yun yung pang safety, di ba? Usually, hindi ko na rin nag-check yun eh.
Nako mga consumers, huwag baliwalain ang PS Mark at ICC sticker na makikita sa mga produkto. Maging matalino at mapanuri upang makasiguro na dekalidad at ligtas gamitin ang produktong ating bibilhin. Ang dali na talaga mag-shopping, no? Di mo na kailangan umalis ng bahay. Puro online na. Pero tandaan mga kapwa ko consumers, higit na maging maingat sa pagbili online para maiwasan
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat, to all our participants here in Zoom. We are now 154 and you can still invite your friends po and colleagues and of course your family po to join this webinar, and you can also share the Zoom link po sa kanila. Welcome po sa ating 167th session of the DTI Consumer Care Webinar Series. At ang title po ng ating pag-uusapan ngayong umaga ay Sales Promotion and Advertising. Bago po tayo magsimula, we would like to give some reminders. Unang-una po, ang ating webinar session ay recorded. By continuing your participation, you are also consenting that you may be recorded. We are encouraging you po to stay and samahan po kami hanggang matapos at sabay-sabay po tayong matuto sa ating topic ngayong umaga. Number 1, please change your name format to consumer or company name and your complete name. Next po, please turn off your microphone and video during the webinar session unless you are requested by the moderator or the speaker to speak. If you have questions po, you may click the raise hand button o kaya naman po ay pwede tayong mag-send in ng ating questions through the chat box. And lastly, please avoid drawing or making annotations on the screen. Once again, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ako po si Rosila Egmilan from the Consumer Policy and Advocacy Bureau, and I will be your moderator for today's webinar. Without further ado, let's begin this session po by singing the Philippine National Anthem to be followed by the invocation.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiling, pero sa sinalihan, alam ng puso, sa titig mo'y buhay. Upang hinirang, tuyagan ang magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka masisingil, sa nagatang tulog sa simoy at sa langit kong magaw, ay hinatang langaw, isang paglayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y nagumpay na nagkinitig, ang ituwin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilig, lumalang araw ng walang pagsingkang, buhay ay langit sa piling ko. Ang inigaya na pagkay magamin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Loving Heavenly Father, we come to you this hour asking for your blessing as we are gathered together in this webinar. May your blessings of wisdom and guidance be upon us all for the sharing and impartation of knowledge and skills by our resource speakers, facilitators, and moderators. Bless also the participants so that they would be able to glean the information from this activity and share what we have learned in the spirit of your generosity. Lord, we bring you our prayers, our commitment, our gifts to you this day. Let us who have a keen dedication and awareness of your creation have courage and conviction that we are able to contribute to the sustainability of the earth. Inspire us as we make choices so that we will recognize the impact our lives have on our environment and our human family around the globe. Pour out your blessings upon us today, Lord. May each of our actions reveal our awareness that we are partners with you in the creation and sustainability of this earth that you have given to us to appreciate and enjoy. We ask this in the name of your Son. Amen.
Once again, good morning po sa ating lahat. Pwede pa rin po natin i-share ang Zoom link and of course, live na live po tayo ngayon sa ating pong Facebook page. So po, for today's webinar session po, ang topic po natin ay sales promotion and advertising. Alam niyo po ba na kailangan mag-secure ng sales promo permit ang mga promotion activities gaya ng mga nakikita natin na 50% off, 3-day sale? We will learn all about that later. Kaya naman, to start our session for today, I would like to call on the officer in charge of the Consumer Advocacy Division of the Consumer Policy and Advocacy Bureau, Ms. Marie Camille B. Castillo. Good morning, Ms. Camille.
Yes, thank you, Riza. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear po.
All right. So, salamat po. And magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Kamusta po kayo? No? I hope that everyone's doing well. and managing responsibly, the COVID-19 in our workplace and especially at home. So it's good to see you. Once again, we have our consumer care webinar series. It's our 167, no? And meron na naman po tayong interesting topic. Ay, wait lang. Bakit parang baliktad yung aking, ang aking background? I'm sorry about that. I'll fix that later on. Okay. We're happy that FTEB is speaking on this very important topic, no? And that's about sales promo and advertising. And no less than our expert here in DTI, no? We'll be speaking about that. Our sister, our beautiful sister, no? Miss Rose, and you'll be listening to her later on. Now, this is important, as I've mentioned earlier, because one, for our businesses, you can improve, no, on how you will conduct your sales promotional activities. And for our consumers, you will be getting aware. At the same time, you will have the full understanding on how these sales promotional activities work, and how does the advertising material or promotional material would affect you as a consumer. Dapat po matuto tayong kumilatis, no? Or we learn how to evaluate, no, the materials that we have on TV, on print, on online, para po hindi tayo naloloko sa mga purchases natin, no, when we buy our goods, no, and services that we use. So please listen intently. Join our question and answer later on our forum. Don't hesitate, no, to clarify, kasi you will be exercising your right to information and right to education for this day. So thank you very much once again for joining us. Thank you, Ms. Rose. Thank you, FTEB. And please learn and relearn with us today. So thank you very much, everybody, and magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Thank you po, Ms. Camille. For our session for today po, we are very fortunate that we have our very capable speaker. She obtained her bachelor's degree in economics and psychology at the University of the Philippines and obtained her Juris Doctor degree at San Sebastian College, Recoletos. She started public service at the DTI Rizal Corp Provincial Office as a Trade and Industry Officer. She has been in service with DTI for 33 years. Currently, she serves as the Division Chief of the Fair Trade Enforcement Bureau Sales Promotion Division, where she supervises the issuance of sales promotion permits of promotional campaigns in the National Capital Region, including those with national scope or coverage. Help me welcome Ms. Rosila Egmilan. Good morning, Ms. Rose. Ma'am, you're on mute po.
Sorry. Again. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ms. Camille. Good morning, Leah. Good morning for for giving us this morning, this session specifically focused on the sales promotion as required under the Consumer Act of the Philippines. So I hope everybody would participate in, especially during the question and answer, kasi medyo parang mas maganda pag interactive, na-explain natin kung ano bang hindi natin masyadong naintindihan or hindi natin alam pa, para ma-expound natin or ma-discuss natin. So I will brace through the provisions, what I feel, what we feel na importante sa ating lahat para mag-guidean tayong lahat. But at the same time, it does not stop you from asking questions later on doon sa open forum. Thank you for that introduction. 33 years. Yeah. I used to be with the private sector then before I joined government. And it's a very, very good experience. It's a very fulfilling experience to serve the public. So we'll start now. I think the presentation materials is with CPAB, so we can start now. Okay, advertising and sales promotion. Itong provision na to ay nakasaad sa isang article dun sa Consumer Act of the Philippines, which is Article 116, that requires everyone, companies, corporation, or a single proprietorship, or a cooperative, when they conduct a sales promotion campaign, they have to secure a permit prior to launch or prior to the start of the promo. That Article 116 actually ay nakapaloob po yun, kumbaga, ang kinuha po yung provision na yun ay galing sa ating konstitusyon na nagsasabi na it is the policy of the state to protect the interest of the consumer, promote his general welfare, and to establish standards of conduct for business, for industry, for the general welfare actually. For the general welfare meaning sa lahat. Dito sa Consumer Act of the Philippines, ang ano lang talaga doon is really consumer. Ang sinasabi natin consumer kasi Consumer Act, naka-define din po kung anong ibig sabihin ng consumer. Itong Article 116 po, nakapaloob kung saan, nakapaloob nga po yung ating requirement to secure a permit ay ito ay nailatad sa isang guide, kumbaga administrative order, parang palawakin pa kasi kumbaga sinabi lang nila na kumuha kayo ng sales promo permit, but to lay down the rules and how to do it, how the conduct, the requirements, and so on and so forth, it was laid down in the Department Administrative Order, which is DAO number 2, series of 1993, which provides the rules and regulation in the implementation Republic Act 73394, particularly the issuance or the requirements as far as securing a sales promo permit. This administrative order was also amended by DAO. Next slide, please. DAO number 2, series of 1992, 2010 rather. Kumbaga inamend siya. Although part of lang doon sa unang Department Administrative Order. So next please. So ito yung nasabi ko kanina. Ito yung Article 116 nakapaloob sa buong RA 73394 or Consumer Act of the Philippines, which provides that no person shall conduct any sales promotion campaign, including beauty contest, national in character, sponsored and promoted by manufacturing enterprises without first securing a permit from the concerned department at least 30 calendar days prior to the commencement thereof. So, itong article na to, isa lang po yung doon sa Consumer Act na nag-require nga po ng lahat na pag nag-conduct tayo ng sales promotion campaign, kumuha ng permit sa DTI. At hindi lang sa DTI actually. Next slide please. Sa Consumer Act of the Philippines, ang dalawang ahensya po na inatasan ng batas na ito na mag-issue or issue ng sales promotion permit ay ang Department of Trade and Industry at saka Department of Health. Okay? So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng sales promotion? So, ano ba yung mga campaign na binibigyan ng permit ng DTI at saka Department of Health? Okay? Ano ba, hindi lahat ng campaign or marketing activities ay nire-require na kumuha ng permit. So, very specific lang po yung activity or promotional campaign na nag-require po ng permit. So, ito po ang definition ng sales promotion doon nakapaloob sa batas. Okay? Dalawa pong paragraph yon. One is, it's a technique intended for broad consumer participations which contain promises of gain such as rewards for the purchase or availment of product or service. It should involve consumer. Consumer dito is a natural person. So meaning hindi pwede kasama yung mga juridical person na tinatawag natin juridical person kasi ang personality nila ay na-create lang dahil sa isang operation of a law. Like for instance, corporation. These are by operation of the consumer of the Securities or the Corporation Act of the Philippines, or cooperative, which is under the CDA or the Cooperative Act law. And then it should promote, the activity should promote a brand, a product or service. So promote, not necessarily purchase. It promotes a brand. It should be a product or a service. Need not have to be a product at all time. Kasi yung mga telephone provider natin, like we have how many? 3 in the country. There are service companies. Okay? It utilize mass media or widespread means of communication. So hindi pwede yung salita lang sa word of mouth. So it has to be the means should be widespread that ang reach ay mas maraming marireach na tao. At saka ito ay dapat gagawin sa isang specific period of time. Dito sa ating rules ay nakalagay po dito is 1 year maximum. Okay? Next. Yung second paragraph dun sa definition, it's any activity or any campaign or technique intended to increase sales, patronage, and or goodwill of a product, service, credit, or facilities. So, hindi kailangan bumili. Basta, ang pag-promote mo is, siyempre, increase sales or patronage or goodwill of a product. So, hindi lang talaga nakapokus sa purchase or availment of a service. So, ganun ang definition dun sa ng sales promotion base sa batas. So, next please. So, pag titingnan natin yung definition, makikita natin yung elemento. At itong elemento na to, or the 5 elements of a sales promotion, must be present in a particular activity for it to require a sales promo permit. Kasi doon lang po masasabi natin na ito ay sales promotion campaign. So, ano yung mga elemento na basic doon sa ating definition? It should promote a brand, product, or a service. Okay? And there has to be a promise of gain. Kung bumili ka kunyari ng isang ballpen, may benepisyo ka na. Yung pera mo binili sa ballpen or sa computer or sa laptop, ay yun na yun. But pag sinasabi mong promo, pag binigyan ng discount, kunyari ang laptop ng 50,000 maging 45,000, there is a gain of 5,000 because kumbaga, instead of paying 50,000, 45,000 na lang. Or sometimes, bumili ka ng laptop, may dagdag siya na, headset, kagaya nito na gamit natin, or mayroong dagdag na iba pang serbisyo o produkto over and above dun sa binili mo ng produkto. So there's a gain na nakukuha, na pupunta sa ating consumer maliban doon sa binibiling produkto. Okay? Now, kung yung campaign na yun, dapat i-broadcast o i-reach natin doon sa ating mga, or ipaparating natin sa ating mga consumer, sa ating mga target clients, use the mass media. So, mass media dati, 4 lang yun. TV, radio, print ads, or mga kung ano pa. But ngayon, may dagdag na tayo dyan. Kasi, although it's really the intention, because if you're going to post your advertisements in a social media platform, your objective really is to have a wider reach in that particular platform. That's the reason why YouTube or Facebook is being utilized to advertise or to go on live streaming of a particular service of a particular activity. Okay? So use of mass media, you have to include online platforms. Okay? Duration, it has to have a duration. Now kung ang duration nakalagay sa ating rules is 1 year lang. So 1 year. So kumbaga, kung ang activity is kasi kumbaga, ang gusto nating ang gustong gagawin ng ating mga companies is dapat i-entice natin yung mga consumer natin or target natin na market during that period to turn this a sense of urgency, parang mag-participate. So ang nakalagay dun sa otherwise, kasi kung regular siya, hindi na siya nakaka-entice, di ba? Kumbaga, regular lang. Wala. It's nothing new. So, year in and year out na yun, nandun na siya. So, ang nakalagay natin sa rules, ang duration should be a maximum of 1 year. Okay? And the fifth element is consumer. Ang target dapat dun sa activity na yon ay consumer, meaning natural person. So sana sabi ko na kanina na hindi pwede kung ang target doon ay juridical person or like B2B transactions, hindi na kailangan ng permit because ang nasabi doon ang isang sales promotion campaign should will focus on consumers, which are natural person, yung mamimili na gagamitin na nila sa kanilang pang-araw-araw na gamit ng personal. Okay? Kumbaga, wala nang pagpapasahan. Ikukonsume na ng consumer yung produktong binibili or service yung binibili niya. Okay? So, yung elementong na yon na 5 yan, dapat present sa isang activity parang masabi siya na isang sales promotion. Pag nandoon yung 5 elemento na yon, dapat kumuha ka ng permit sa DTI or sa DOH. Either. Depende sa produktong involved doon sa promotional campaign. So, in the absence of one of that elements, hindi siya maging sales promotion, kundi a regular marketing activity. In that case, hindi kailangan kumuha ng permit. Okay? So, malinaw, dapat titingnan natin kung ito ay nandun ba, itong present ba yun. Dapat kung wala siya doon, hindi siya sales promotion. So, hindi na kailangan ng permit. Kunyari, ang target niya is a company, kung baga, promo ng isang wholesaler, the manufacturer, ang target niya are their distributor or wholesalers. The campaign is not a sales promotion campaign, but a regular trade incentive campaign of the company. So, it does not require a sales promo permit. Next, please. So, nasabi ko na kanina, ano ba yung sabihin ng consumer? Ang nakalagay dun sa batas, ang ibig sabihin ng consumer ay natural person who is the purchaser, lessee, recipient, or prospective purchaser, lessor, or recipients of consumer products, service, or credit. Okay? So, dapat natural person siya, tao, tayo yon. Okay? Next. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng consumer products or service? So, kumbaga, parang ang binili dapat ay isang consumer goods or service, credits or debts or obligations. Kumbaga, ito yung mga consumer products lang, services na pwedeng maging subject dun sa transaction at pagiging bibilihin ng consumer parang magiging sales promo campaign siya, okay? These are goods, services, and credits, debts, or obligations which are primarily for personal, family, household, or agricultural purposes. So itong mga produktong ito ay kailangan pang personal na gamit sa bahay at saka for agricultural purposes. Okay? So it should be a consumer, the goods or services should be a consumer goods or service para magiging i-avail ng isang consumer para magiging sales promotion siya. Next, please. So, ano ang ibig sabihin ng mass media? So, alam naman natin, nabanggit na rin natin. So, it's a means or methods used to convey advertising messages to the public such as television, radio, magazines, cinema, billboards, posters, streamers, handbills, leaflets, mails, and the like. Ngayon po, kasama na po natin dyan ay yung online platforms. Kasi nga po, ang objective is the same, to reach people, have a wider reach, to convey the message, to convey the campaign, for them to know that there is something going on in this place and these companies and so on and so forth. Next. Okay. Doon sa batas nakalagay din po na lahat ng gagamitin ng advertising materials ng ating promotional campaign should conform with the code of ethics of the Ad Standard Council. Actually, Ad Standard Council before kasi dan is Ad Board. So, ngayon ito ay it's a self-regulating agency which is actually spearheaded by the Paano and all the advertising in the advertising agency na nagsi-self-regulate. Actually, the ASC will screen advertising materials of its members before it will be allowed to be posted in public. This is to make sure that the advertising materials is compliant with the laws, local laws, like the Consumer Act, the Philippines, and other regulations that prohibit certain activities na hindi naman siya, kumbaga napakonvey siya ng hindi nagiging false advertisements na hindi naman talaga true sa kanyang mga claims. Kaya yan, bago makalabas sa lahat ng mga members ng ASC, yung ahensya na it's a private company actually. It's a private organization that regulates the advertising campaigns of its members. Okay? Basta sinisigurado lang nila na compliant lahat sa mga batas na mayroon tayo sa Philippines before lalabas yung isang advertising campaign or advertising materials. Requirement din natin doon na all ads, brochures, or any printed materials describing the should be kumbaga should conform, lahat ng mga materials, lahat ng laman doon sa advertising materials should conform with the approved mechanics, the mechanics for that particular promo as approved by DTI. So, kumbaga, ang sinasabi natin, lahat ng materials natin, kung may promo siya, dapat conformant siya or nagpo-conform doon sa ating ina-approve na mechanics. Kasi ang mechanics, kumbaga, ito yung nagbabound doon sa consumer at saka sa sponsor doon sa particular activity. Na kung mayroong violation, na may mga ginawa sila na wala doon sa in-approve ng DTI, they're subject to certain sanctions. Okay? So, doon din sa ating advertising materials na gagamitin natin sa promo, it should also require that the permit number should be posted or indicated in the materials. Okay, next. So, ito sa lahat ng mga materials or advertising materials na ina-approve na dumadaan sa DTI, nakalagay dapat yung phrase na per DTI Fair Trade Permit Number, FTEB kung ang FTEB nag-i-issue, or regional office kung regional office ang nag-i-issue ng permit, or provincial office permit number kung provincial office, DTI provincial office ang nag-issue ng permit. At nakalagay dapat yung series ng number ng year kung kailan sa na-issue. Kunyari, 2022, series of 2022. At nakalagay dapat yung control number. Okay? So may DTI permit per DTI Fair Trade Permit number 000111 series of 2022. Okay? So yun ang requirement sa ad materials natin. So it should be conformant to the regulations, or it should be it should conform with the ethical standards as provided for under doon sa mga ginagawa natin na dapat compliant sa lahat ng requirement natin sa mga batas na require kung ano lang dapat ilalabas, kung anong totoo lang ilalagay sa advertising materials. And then lahat ng kung ito ay may permit, dapat kung ano lang, yung sa promo yan, kung ano lang in-approve ng DTI, mechanics na in-approve ng DTI, yun lang po ang dapat nakalagay doon. Hindi pwedeng sobrahan. Okay? Kasi, kung any violation of that particular permit issued by DTI, it should be resolved based on what we do approve. Okay? Next. Okay. So, dun nga sa nasabi ko kanina, yung mga advertising material, it should be accurate. It should state the truth of the advertising. Any advertisements shall be accurate and truthful to its claims. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-exaggerate. Hindi pwedeng sabihin natin na artistic presentation. Hindi pwede yun. The presentation should be truth kung anong kinlaim niya. Hindi pwedeng sabihin 50% additional weight o 50% tapos wala naman. Okay? So kung anong nilagay na doon, dapat totoo. Hindi pwede kasi otherwise, false advertisement na po yan. Hindi pwede sabihin, ito ay ganito, ito ay may ganitong pampaputi ng sabon na to, pero wala naman pala. So it's fooling the public. It's a false advertisement. Kasi if what you advertise is not true, wala talaga. You are fooling the public. Okay, so there's a corresponding sanction as far as Consumer Act of the Philippines. And also, if you have special claims, those among advertisements, it should be substantiated by a research or a statistics or any quotations. It should indicate the source of that particular special claims. But for instance, sabihin na to supported by ganito, and then, or kunyari, we are number one in the market, okay? For a particular brand, we're number one in the market. That number one should be supported by a statistical or a survey that would show that you're number one in the market. So, leading, we're the number one and leading products in the market. It should be supported by a survey, a statistical claims na akong number one, they have to have a supporting document for that. And it has to be indicated kung anong source nila. Okay? We have a lot of research companies conducting surveys and that particular research company should be indicated. And the corresponding statistical data should also be presented. Okay. Next, please. So, bakit mayroong ganon? Okay? What is really the objective of the law on requiring the securing a permit, sales promo permit prior to the conduct thereof of any particular sales promotional campaign? It should be fair. I mean, the objective is fairness in the conduct of sales promotion campaign. It should not take advantage of the vulnerability of our consumer. So, fair between the sponsor and the consumer. So, kumbaga, hindi pwedeng may madidihado. So, kaya hindi nandoon yung government because it's a duty of the state to protect the interest of the consumer, the general welfare. So, once there is a sales promotion application for permit, we do evaluate based on the interest of the consumer. So, kung nakita natin na hindi pwede kasi kumbaga mag-jeopardize or hindi naman favorable sa consumer, doon sa kanyang isang requirement doon sa mechanics, hindi natin approve yun. So that's really, it should be fair to everyone, to the consumer at saka to the sponsor. Okay? Truth in claim. So pag sinasabi ng ito ay magbibigay isang promo, raffle siya na ang pa-price, pa-premyo na is ang isang car, it should be true to its claim na ang car na to ay ganitong brand or it has this particular make or it's an automatic, it has this number of, or it's a four-wheeled, or the make of the car should be disclosed to us. Dahil kung totoo talaga na mayroon ngang campaign at talaga ipamimigay. Kung hindi lang ipamigay, i-release kung anong sinasabi nila. may nakalagay din sa batas, mayroon din sariling sanction. So through in claims, it has to the delivery, to guarantee the delivery of the promise, of the commitments of the sponsor. So meaning, the objective of the law is really to guarantee that what is being promised to the consumer is being given or being awarded or being delivered. And then if there is a violation, if there is there is a breach or any violation thereof, there is a remedy provided by law kung saan pupunta ang ating mga consumer. Kasi kaya itong batas talaga is really consumer. That's the reason why it's Consumer Act, which is really protecting the interest of the consumer. Because at this in the business environment, kung titingnan natin, ako, ikaw, we're more or vulnerable than the companies sponsoring the campaign. Kasi syempre, sila yung medyo nasa economic advantage. Kaysa doon sa consumer na nag-isa lang siya. So alam dapat yung batas talaga is to protect doon disadvantaged side of the consumer. So kumbaga, the vulnerability of the consumer, that's why nandoon tayo doon sa na-promulgate yung batas natin, the Consumer Act, particularly in this aspect as far as sales promo is concerned. There are other aspects as far as this law is concerned, but we will focus only on the sales promotion. Okay? So, yun talaga yung objective. Fairness in the conduct of sales promotion. Truth in its claim, it guarantees the delivery of the commitments, and in violation thereof, there's a remedy where the dispute should be settled between the consumer and the sponsor. Na hindi naman madidihadong ating mga consumer. Okay, next. So, sino ang kukuha ng permit? Any person, it may be natural or juridical person, whose consumer product, service, credit, facilities, beauty contest, national and character competition, game shows, and the like are being promoted by the company, by the sponsor, must file a sales promotion permit application with the appropriate agency. Okay? So sila, lahat, yung mga sponsor natin, it may be a corporation, it may be a single proprietorship, it may be a cooperative, engaging in business, promoting its service or its products. In that particular activity, where all the elements I discussed a while ago is present, ay kailangan kumuha ng permit. Okay? Next. Okay. So as I discussed, I already mentioned a while ago that there are only two agencies mandated to issue a sales promotion permit. One is DTI on sales promotion campaign of all consumer product, service, and credit facilities, which include sponsorship of game shows and similar activities. But with respect to food, drugs, cosmetics, devices, and hazardous substances, the same shall be under the jurisdiction of the Department of Health. Food Drug Administration. So, dalawang ahensya lang po yun. So, pag mga agricultural product na po yun, DTI po ang nagbibigay ng permit. Okay. So, only those which are promoting food, drugs, cosmetics, devices, and hazardous substances, ay ang jurisdiction po yan ay DOH, FDA. So, all the rest, services companies, airline companies, shipping industry, whatever, on all services. DTI ang nagbigay ng permit. Next. Doon sa ating rules, nakalagay doon na hindi naman lahat ng ahensya na pwedeng kailangan kumuha ng government, ng government sales promotion permit, particularly sa DTI. Okay? The rules on promotional campaign shall not apply to promotional campaign or activities of the following. One, government or any of its agencies or instrumentalities when the same is conducted in the exercise of its governmental function. So, kung ang campaign is conducted in the exercise of its governmental function, hindi kailangan kumuha ng permit. Exempt sila. Kunyari, Department of Tourism, DOT rather. meron siyang tourism campaign on tourism at Philippines as a preferred tourist destination. And then if you're going to balikbayan, nag-encourage sa mga balikbayan. There was a campaign by DOT. Nag-encourage ng balikbayan tourist pumunta sa Pilipinas, and then there's a the price, the raffle price of that campaign is a car because it's exercising, DOT is exercising its governmental function of promoting tourism. Hindi siya kumuha ng permit. But another example is Land Bank of the Philippines. Promoting countryside development activities or financing, nagkaroon ng promo. Ang pinopromo nila ay credit cards. Issue kasi na sila na yung mga credit cards, Visa, MasterCard. And the activity is really promoting that particular specific service as credit card usage. Hindi na po kasi yan nakalagay doon sa kanilang governmental function, creating land bank, kundi purely proprietary na talaga. So, kailangan lang kumuha ng permit sa DTI. And they have to secure a permit from DTI. Okay? Private entities in joint project with any government agency under the preceding paragraph. Meaning, kunyari may isang campaign na airline company nag-joint with DOT promoting magbigyan ng example, alam naman natin kung ano yung mga campaign niya, Cebu Pacific, nag-joint project sila with DOT promoting tourism. Although ang Cebu Pacific company is a private enterprise, but because they are doing it it's a joint project with DOT promoting tourism, exempt na rin sila pa. Exempt pa rin. Okay? So, the third one is social, civic, political, religious, educational, professional, or other similar organization which extend promotional activity among its members, provided that promotional activity is not considered sales promotion campaign as defined under the rules. So, kung ito ang magpapapromo yung mga organizations na yan, kung ang kanilang campaign naman ay wala yung 5 elemento doon na sinasabi ko kanina, ay hindi na kailangan kumuha ng permit. Okay? Wala, exempt sila sa rules. Okay? Wait ha, nauhaw lang ako. Next. Ito naman, itong activity na to ay sales promo talaga siya. O hindi siya exempt, pero hindi siya kailangan kumuha ng permit. So, meaning, promo siya, nandun sa rules, although promo nga siya, pero hindi siya exempt ng permit. Exempt siya kumuha, hindi na kailangan or exempt siya pagkukuha ng permit. Okay? Ano iba yung mga activity na yon? Okay? These are promotional campaigns conducted within the retailer's store on which no advertising or public announcement made on such activity, but not limited to window displays, signages, and or visible outside the retailer's premises. Ang sinasabi lang kasi dito, these are brick and mortar establishment. Kung wala naman siyang ang in-store promotion ka na sinasabi niya dito na hindi na kumuha ng permit, walang enticement. So wala yung isa sa elemento doon kanina na it should be used mass media to disseminate the information, to come up with any materials enticing people, enticing consumer, parang bumili. Ito, in-store lang, wala siyang advertisement. Kumbaga wala, isang elemento doon sa sinasabi natin kanina, doon sa sales promotion ay wala. Ang mayroon lang siya doon, nasa loob lang, wala siyang display sa labas. Kasi kumbaga, pagpasok mo, kunyari, supermarket siya, pagpasok mo sa supermarket, nasa gondola lang. Kung nasa labas ka, even if it's ang window panel nila is a glass panel, hindi naman nakikita kundi nandoon lang talaga sa point of sale. These are in-store promo, wala siyang advertisements. So hindi na kailangan kumuha ng permit. But kung mayroon siyang ilalagay doon sa mga panels, sa mga window panels nila na glass panels, pag nandoon dumaan ng mga consumer, nakikita siya doon, hindi ibig sabihin na in-store promo pa rin. The fact that nag-display ka ng poster doon sa yung glass panels na yung tindahan is really the purpose of enticing yung mga passers-by or mga consumer na dumadaan doon. It's no longer an in-store promo. In such a case, you have to secure a permit. Okay. Next. So kung na-determine nyo na kailangan yung 5 na elements ay nandoon na talaga siya. Wala na, may period and so on and so forth. Kukuha kayo ng permit. Ang dun sa rules, nakalagay doon kung saan ka kukuha ng permit. Kunyari, ang activity mo is confined in a single province. Kukuha ka ng permit doon sa sales respective DTI office, provincial DTI, kunyari, Region 4, Cavite. Doon lang sa Cavite ang coverage ng yung promo. Doon ka sa DTI Cavite Provincial Office kukuha ng permit. Okay? Kung several provinces in a single region, kunyari Region 4, hindi naman lahat ng dito lang sa hindi naman lahat, may 2 probinsya lang o 3 probinsya sa Region 4A, sa regional office na sila. So kung more than 1 province in that particular region, sa regional office, the DTI regional office was jurisdiction of that particular provincial office or where the promo is being conducted. NCR or several region including Metro Manila, ang bibigay ng permit is DTI, FTEB. Dati kasi DTI, NCR, so nagkaroon ng movement, mag-create po yung FTEB because of that particular department order or law creating FTEB, which gave birth of FTEB. Ang NCR activities at saka ng sales promotional campaign covering NCR or several regions, including Metro Manila, or 2 regions, 3 regions na ang pwede ang magbigay ng permit ang FTEB. Lalong-lalo na kung ang promoting company is located dito sa Metro Manila. Okay? Or kung 2 regions, Region 6 or Region 7, tapos ang kanilang ang head office ng regional or ng promoting company is in Region 7, doon sila kukuha ng permit sa Region 7. That covers Region 7 and Region 6 or Region 7 or Region 8. But kunyari, Region 7, Region 8, Region 5, ang office nila ay nandito sa Manila kasi karamihan nandito sa Manila, we can issue a permit for that. Sales promo permit. Okay, next. I mentioned a while ago na the duration as far as the elements is concerned is 1 year. Pero kung ang promo ay, at it's extendable for a maximum period of time, pwede lang extend. So in effect, may karoon ng 1.5 years ang isang promo. So, but in the application, original application, the maximum period is only 1 year. But they can still apply for amendment extending the promo period up to the maximum period of 6 months. It can be applied at once for 6 months. It can be also done staggered 2 months, 2 months, 2 months. But the application for amendment or extension should be applied prior to the expiration of the promo permit. Otherwise, there's nothing to extend. Okay? Tapos na kasi yung promo, there's nothing to extend. Okay? Kung reduction or sale or discount promo, ang maximum period na nakalagay sa rules is 3 months. Yung mga sale, sale is a reduction of the shelf price of the product. So it's discount. So the maximum period is 3 months. But if it's a closing out sale or moving out sale, it can have a period of 6 months. Kumbaga, kung magsara na siya, so pwede nang ipan-dispose na yung mga inventory nila, they can apply for 6 months. Okay? Walang extension po yon. Maximum na po yon. It cannot be extended for another 3 months. Basta, the 3 months include extension. So kung original period mo is 1 month, so pwede ka mag-extend ng 2 months. Magiging 3 months siya. Okay? But it cannot be extended more than 3 months. Next. Kung may na-issue na kami ng permit or any DTI office issues the permit, there is a provisions in the rules na voluntary cancellation of approved promo campaign activity. Cancel or the cancellation is done prior or before publication, walang problema yun. All you have to do is to write us and inform us that they're not going to proceed with the promo or the campaign. Just a letter, okay? But if it's done prior or after the publication or before commencement of the promo, ganun pa rin. Susulat pa rin sila sa amin, sa issuing DTI office, na they are not going to pursue or continue or to proceed or are not going to launch or to cancel that particular permit number, okay? But if that particular company is already advertised, this is a requirement that you have to advertise the cancellation in the same manner that the original announcement was made. So, kumbaga kung na-publish mo sa dyaryo, i-publish mo rin na hindi na siya ituloy. Or kung doon lang naman sa kayo, kung nag-assure lang kayo ng mga nagkaroon lang doon sa mga poster, ilagay na lang cancel doon sa poster, cancel. Okay? Pwede siyang ika-cancel. Okay? Meaning, pwede siyang ika-cancel, pero may requirement pag na-publish na yung advertising material as far as the promo is concerned. Okay? Next. Next slide, please. Kung ang cancellation is the voluntary cancellation for an ongoing promo, okay? Pwede, napansin nyo doon sa first 2 instances, hindi namin kailangang i-approve. All you have to do is to write us and do attach na yung kunyari na-announce na siya, attach yung announcement material niyo rin doon sa letter niyo sa amin, sa issuing agency, issuing DTI office na i-cancel. Hindi na kailangang approve namin, hindi na kailangan, all you have to do is just inform us and give us the document supporting na ito na rin ang na in-announce na rin namin doon sa pamamaraan kung paano namin in-announce nung promo. Okay? Pero ito ay kung voluntary cancellation of ongoing promo, medyo hindi pwede. Medyo kailangang i-approve yan. Okay? And there are only 2 instances where we do approve promo. Final one is final judgment of voluntary insolvency, bankruptcy against the sponsor or applicant. So kung nag-bankrupt naman talaga siya, wala na tayong magawa kung nag-close shop siya. Okay? Will approve, but they has to be supported. It's a final judgment of voluntary insolvency. Ibig sabihin, mayroong korte na nag-apply na talaga sila at na sa korte at na bankrupt na talaga sila. Okay? Another one is occurrence of fortuitous event or force majeure that will make it impossible to continue the promo campaign activity, provided, however, that those who have already won in that particular promo prior to the approval of cancellation or discontinuance or suspension shall be paid or given their prices. Kumbaga, kunyari, one classic example ng promo na na-issue namin is in Yolanda. Wala tayong magawa. Devastated yung area, sarado ng mga wala na tayong magawa. Kung talagang nag-close na siya, nagsara na siya, or wala tayong magawa. It's really occurrence of fortuitous event. Like what happened to the COVID-19 when we had the lockdown. Okay? Marami kaming mga permit na na-cancel. Wala naman ikaw, nagsasara talaga. These are the instances that we do approve. Now, kung prior to the approval or cancellation ay mayroon nang kunyari staggered or may tiered siya kung raffle siya, may tiered siya na draw na particular cut-off, Kailangan, ang nakalagay dito, kailangan i-deliver noong sponsor, noong napanalunan ng price, noong ating consumer. Okay? So, yun yung kailangan tuparin ng ating sponsor. We do allow cancellation under these two circumstances, but if ever there is consumer who already won prior to the cancellation, you have to deliver the award or to award the prize to that particular winner. Okay, next. I mentioned a while ago that you can apply for sales promo permit in DTI office, regional, provincial office, and FTEB. Here, we account majority of the sales promotion campaign is accounted for in terms of statistics. Malaking portion doon, more than 70% ay issue ng FTEB. Right now, FTEB sales promotional campaign is on a portal, on a digital environment. We have a sales promo portal, which is an iregis.dti.gov.ph. We are not, it started during the pandemic in 2020, last May 26, 2020, where we launched our iRegis portal for sales promotion campaign. So lahat ng applications, lahat ng everything is an end-to-end solution as far as the issuance of sales promo permit is concerned. So you have to go to the portal iregis.dti.gov.ph. But I think the management is on the starting its rollout of the sales promo portal to the regional office, but we are making preparation yet. It's not. I don't know when it's gonna be rolled out, but we are to that direction. It's really very convenient. We have a lot of our clients testimony that it's really convenient. By the pleasure of their computer, their laptops, they can apply and they can get a permit from start to end, and download and print permit right there on their office or on their laptop, on their computers. Right? So that's it. Next, wala na ba? Okay. These are just how to go about the portal. And if you're going to visit our portal, there is an instructional video on how to use the portal, and just listen to the instructional video and the requirements and so on and so forth. It's there in the dashboard of the applicant's dashboard. I think I'm good, and that's it. Thank you, and I think we are going to go to the last portion, which is a question and answer.
Yes, thank you.
Ang dami nating kliyente, 267. Ay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. We are 267 na po here in the Zoom, and meron din po tayong mga viewers po sa ating pong Facebook Live. Yan. Before we proceed po with our question and answer portion, short reminder lang po sa ating participants na magstay po tayong muted unless you are addressing the speaker or the moderator directly po. And also, please accomplish the client satisfaction feedback form para po makakuha po tayo ng copy ng presentation natin ngayong umaga. And para po mas maging interactive ang ating pong Q&A, we encourage everyone po to click the raise hand button so we can call you and ask directly po sa ating speaker. Ayan ma'am, marami tayong mga questions posted in the chat box. So while waiting for others po na mag-raise ng hand, ayan, basahin na po muna natin. From Watson, Miss Bell Pesay po, is the 30-day lead time to file an application strictly being followed? As we all know, sales promotions are usually not planned on a long-term basis and are usually spur-of-the-moment decisions caused for by ensuing circumstances. Do in-store sales promotions po, not national, require a permit?
Okay, daming question. Thank you, Miss Bell. Long time no see. Anyway, it's like this. with the advent of internet, even mobile phones, the plan of our client, as far as the 30-day period is concerned, is being relaxed. It's really a head management's decision to relax it. In fact, right now, as far as FTEB is concerned, because the requirement really is the law, the intention is really to protect consumer. But once the mechanics, the promo is being reviewed and valid, reviewed by the DTI office concerned, it means that the interest of the consumer is really already being taken into consideration as far as the campaign is concerned. So in that case, the objective is of the law itself is to protect the consumer. But once the presumption is, once we evaluate a consumer permit application is concerned and we reviewed and we felt that it's compliant to the rules and the interest of the consumer is already protected, we do issue a permit. But because of the advent now of technology, the development of technology, the period is no longer kumbaga responsive to the needs of our clients. Especially online campaigns or mga platforms selling and so on. The time is the essence. So we do not observe it actually based on the direction of management. We have what is required of is to really secure a permit. And in that case, protected na yung objective of the law is already being complied with, and we do allow, for instance, today we issued a permit, we evaluated and the permit was issued today, they can start the following day, tomorrow, but they cannot start today. It has to be right after or the day after approval. So I think the other DTI office is also observing it, or making it more responsive to the clients, but the 30-day period is not strictly observed right now because you have to consider also the platform that we are, the interactive, the yung mga, we made mention, Shopee, Lazada, Salora, all those things, Grab, and these are real time as far as movement of their products or services concerned. They know that the sales is going down right there at a very moment na bumagsak yung kanilang sales. So they have to do something for it to spur and entice consumer to participate or to engage again in that particular service. That's why they have to come up with a particular promo campaign today so they can start tomorrow. So I hope I answer you, Ms. Bell. The other question is, what is it's not the requirement whether it's a national in scope or localized, as long as there's no advertisements. One example is promo impact. Yung mga nating consumer products na nakabundle lang and then nandoon sa loob ng supermarket. Pagpasok mo lang doon sa display or sa gondola, nakita mo na buy one take one na sa nakabundle. And there's no other advertisements. There's no other enticement except on the bundle when you go there. Doon sa display lang. Doon lang nakalagay yung na buy one take one pala sila. O, diba? May, not only kunyari, sabon. Ang isa may libre sabon. The libre is dishwashing liquid for that particular company. Nakabundle lang, and then there's no promotional campaign as in the TV, in the radio, or in the posters or flyers, or in the internet, in our available what platform, Facebook, wherever. These are considered sales insert promo. So hindi na kailangan kumuha ng permit. So kumbaga hindi siya material kung yung distribution is nationwide. As long as there's no advertisement. One absence, it is an enticement. It is the ad material. Wala siya doon, so hindi siya promo. In-store siya.
Thank you, Miss Rose. Meron po tayong raised hand from DTI Region 6.
Pwede ko na
Belinda Rodman.
Pwede mo na natin client mo na?
Okay, ma'am. Sige po.
Kanwi mo na client mo na. O sige. Kayo na ganun. Next.
Miss Angie Lopez.
Ma'am, sana in response po yun sa sinabi ni ma'am tungkol sa 30 days. So I just would like to make a comment po. This is from Region 6 po.
Can we do it within DTI, not over here? Hello?
Ma'am Belinda?
Can we talk after the meeting? I don't think we are to discuss it to the public.
Hello, Ma'am Rose.
Do you have any other on that? Because as far as we're concerned, that's really what we're observing at DTI. And it's not FTEB on that matter, and it's not our own kumbaga, it's really an instruction from management, and I think it's not for me to say no or what. It is an instruction. We're bound to follow it. If there is some issues within our office, we have to discuss it later on. Okay?
Okay. You may proceed po, Miss Angie Lopez.
Yes, ma'am.
Hindi po maganda ang
Miss Angie?
Question ko lang regarding this one ng official receipt natin. Okay. Sorry, ma'am.
Doon sa sa iRegis?
Yes, ma'am. Pwede ba tanong dito yon?
Actually, this the one handling is DTI Pay. The technical side of it, I cannot answer it. Actually, I hope you can focus on the sales promo as provided for in Article 196. But the receipts issued by in the iRegis system through the DTI Pay, I cannot answer it. I'm sorry. I have to defer it to the handler or administrator of DTI Pay. I think you just have to write us na lang because I cannot really discuss it because I'm not I'm not in the position to answer those because I'm not privy to that. It's another system and there's another management or administrator handling it. It's the DTI Pay. Thank you.
Sige, Miss Rose will take note of it. Si Camille to. Miss Angie Lopez will take note of it and refer it to the right office.
I cannot answer that. Siguro in the chat box you put there and so that si Pab can take connect refer it to the right agency, to the right.
Yes,
although it's DTI iRegis portal, it's a different. I'm not capable or I'm not in the position to answer. Not capable. In the first place, talagang hindi ko alam yun. Kasi technical masyado yun. Anong ini-issue doon? Okay.
Thank you, Miss Rose. For Miss Edna Kabadi, you may proceed, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Edna? Yes, ma'am. Miss Edna, I think you are not connected po sa ating pong audio or mic. If you can send in your question na lang po sa chat box. Pakilagay na lang po doon, Miss Edna. Okay, Ma'am Rose, let's proceed po with our questions po sa chat box. From EFC Christine Caro, will we need permits for influencer campaigns? They would buy the products, post a review on their social media, and tag the brand handles and hashtags. In return, the brand will feature them on social media platforms.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so kailangan pa po ng permit yan. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Kahit kasi dumaan siya sa influencer, but the same thing, it's really the sponsor company is promoting it. There's a brand involved in it. The one who's going to secure the permit is the brand owner, not the influencer. or unless the influencer would want to be the one to secure the permit. In that case, the responsibility will be on the influencer already, not the promoting brand.
Thank you, ma'am. Next po from Miss Alisa C. Si Ma'am Alisa, medyo marami po siyang questions. And Ma'am Alisa, pwede ka ba naming marinig live? To raise your question po. Andyan pa ba si Miss Alisa C? Mukhang ayaw ni Ma'am na magsalita today, Ma'am. Sige po, basahin ko na lang yung kanyang first question. Ang question po niya, Miss Rose, yung sales promotion application form po ba ay iisa? Iba po kasi ang format na nasa website ng DTI at iba din po yung nasa regional offices. Ano po ang dapat sundin kapag mag-a-apply kami for sales promotion?
Actually, ma'am, we already initiated, mabago yung nandun sa ating DTI na ma-harmonize doon na sa kalagay kung ang uploaded doon sa the iRegis portal. But I think our application is being harmonized already with the regional office, and we have already one application form. We'll look into it, but I think I already made some initial interaction or with the administrator of the DTI website as far as the application form is concerned. Kasi nakita nga namin yun magkaiba. But alam ko na ayos na yun eh. When was the last time you visited DTI website? I'd rather suggest you go to the iRegis portal if you're going to apply a sales promo permit with FTEB, because that application form is the one that we do require. But as I've said, we already made some communications with the KMIS as far as the sales promo application form is concerned. I hope it's being changed. I'll ask my staff kung naayos na. Because alam ko matagal na yun, last month pa. Thank you for that question, ma'am. Thank you for that heads up.
From Nesabel, Mr. J. Layao, is it okay to post promo ads or tarpaulins outside the store to those promos that does not require DTI permit?
No, we do. Once you post it outside the store, you have to secure a permit. As I've said, it's already an enticement. So the poster outside, it's already an enticement. Walang enticement lang ang wala. So meaning walang poster, walang tarpaulin, walang ano. Yun doon lang yun sa point of sale. Ang pwedeng matawag natin, mapasaloob sa sinasabi natin in-store promo. In fact, pag magkaroon ka ng paging system sa isang mall na mayroon kang promo doon, it's an enticement already. So it's no longer an in-store promo. You have to secure a permit. In such a case, you have to secure a permit. Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. For our questions raised by DTI employees sa chat box po, we will coordinate with you po and sa FTEB po for any policy clarifications. Yes.
Thank you.
Let's proceed po sa questions raised by our consumers and private sectors po. For our next question, ma'am, from Fisher Retail Inc., Lloyd Felizardo, I want to offer free delivery promo every end of the month. Same name and mechanics under one merchant. Should I file a promo permit every month or just one promo only? Or just one promo only, then I'll just indicate all the promo schedule.
Pwede yan. Yeah, it's a recurring as long as ang binago mo lang is the date. Okay, so everything constant or walang bagbaguhin. The offer is the same, the involved service is the same, all constant except the period. Yes, one permit only for a period of kung kailan niya gusto. Okay. Kaya every 15, 30 or yun ang ano nyo, pwede yan. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. From Mr. Nico ng Kiel, social media promotions need a permit. Tama po ba?
Yes. Yes.
From MDC, Roger Redubla, How about if a drug company will be having a free clinic po, wherein some suppliers will display their products within the venue? Are they going to secure permits po from DOH or FDA?
DOH po. FDA.
So kailangan po nila ma'am na mag-secure ng permit?
There are some campaigns na sa FDA hindi na binigyan ng permit, but I'd rather advise to secure a permit from FDA. Now, let the FDA decide whether they are going to issue a permit or not. For that particular, for instance, sinasabi niyang activity.
Thank you, ma'am. From John, there are some promotions on TV game shows po where they ask viewers to post on their social media account or on the game show's social media account and use the promo hashtag. The X number or the number who posts will win a prize. Allowed po ba ito, ma'am? O kailangan po ba ng permit para sa mga ganito po?
Actually, they secure a permit from us. It's just that there are requirements that that particular campaign should be supported by a system that would really record all the transactions going on, that transpired within that particular activity. Because it has to be traceable. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you po. Again, we encourage everyone po to please use the raise hand button, no? So we can ask your questions directly po sa ating pong speaker today. Next, ma'am, from 4Gives, Carlo Refundo. Kailangan po ba ng permit ng mga online sellers, e-commerce websites, mobile apps like Foodpanda, Grab?
Yeah. Every day. Grab, Foodpanda, araw-araw, nag-apply yan. Shopee, there are regular clients and they have to secure a permit because na mas mahirap, mas mabuti pang kumuha ng permit kasi magkaroon ng problema na we're going to run after them. And sometimes our clients right now, our consumers are vigilant already. They give us they reported to us on or other, as long as in the consumer care handling consumer complaints or whatever, in heads up kami na mga ganito. So we can run after them. Although it's lalo na sa social media platform, it's really hard to monitor, but our consumers are vigilant right now. They really monitored and they give us information as long as there's a record there on that particular campaign, we can print it and as evidence for that particular campaign, and we can run after them.
Okay. From Marites Ala, what is the allotted number of days prior po on applying a mother permit which is having a 1-year duration? Is it applicable po sa NCR, sa FTEB po, issuing a permit?
Actually, on our case, it's not really the days, number of days. It's really how complete your mechanics is. Because the complete mechanics that you submit to us, the better for us to evaluate us, and then the fastest we can approve the permit. So we don't want to service you for a longer time. We want to dispose because we're receiving quite a number of applications in a day, and we're going to have our commitment as far as the art is concerned. We're going to process it within a day. That's the reason why we really do religiously review applications within the given period. So it's not really us giving number. Oh, you have to have 3 days. No, it can be 1 day. It really depends on how complete your mechanics is, how clear, how direct. You have to, because our requirement as far as the rule is concerned, you have to disclose what you want, what is required of from the participants or consumer. Hindi pwedeng hidden. It has to be disclosed, everything. Ano ba yung gusto niyong gawin? Ano ba yung requirement? Anong kailangan? Everything. Full disclosure. So once it's compliant to the rules, and we feel based on our evaluation it's compliant, and there's no, the interest of the consumer is already protected, okay, we're going to approve it even in an hour or 2 hours or a day. It depends. Kung medyo hindi naman maganda or kailangan pa namin ipapaayos yung mechanics, nasa inyo yun. It's not really us, it's you. I mean, the applicants, you have to really craft your mechanics in a way that it's you disclose what you required or what is really required from your target clients.
Thank you, Miss Rose. Yan po. From Miss Hunelita Mora.
Yeah.
You may unmute, ma'am.
Hi, sorry, nagkakalag. Good morning, everyone. I'm Junie Mora of DTI Cancer. I have 2 questions po. The first...
Sorry, mute ko siya kasi dito. Hi, ma'am. Hello, Miss Honalita. Ma'am, we encourage po questions first from our consumers. And for questions po, internal questions, we can coordinate na lang po with you and FTEB po para po sa DTI concerns, ma'am. Okay. Thank you po. We proceed po sa questions from the chat box from Jovi Kawile. Miss Rose, paano daw po yung mga national trade fairs? Kailangan pa daw po ba mag-secure ng permit?
I think these are government-run promo campaigns. It's one of the exemptions. Like we have national fair run by BISMED. No, wala lang permit yan. Hindi na kailangan kumuha ng permit.
Okay po.
Or minsan nga nung last Asian campaign, Asian promo, parang sale sa Asian countries.
Asian trade fair.
The Asian fair, and some of our clients joined the fair in walang permit. Well, exempt natin yun. Hindi natin binigyan ng permit. They can be exempt. They can get exemptions from us.
Thank you, ma'am. From Claire Sumikat, may clarification lang po siya. If advertising materials for TV commercial po without a promise of gain ay hindi considered na sales promotion because it lacks one element. So this will just be approved by ASC. What if there is a misleading claim? Who will regulate the TV commercial?
It's government, it's DTI.
From Kata Negranza, if an item is on sale but is defective, can we return the item? Some stores have no return policy para sa mga ganong items po. Example, during purchase, item is working daw, and upon returning home, the item is not working na.
Hindi pwede yun. Nasa rules, nasa batas natin na hindi pwedeng sabihin no return exchange because there is a warranty provided for under the law. So, kung defective siya, hindi ka bibili lang, you have to get your money's worth and you have the right to go back and return or ask ako. Kung kabibili mo lang, do you want it repaired? I would rather demand replacement. I think you really have to get your money's worth. But the law also provides remedy for that. You can file a complaint if it's not being taken care of or addressed. The issue is not being addressed. And you can file a complaint. And we have a division at FTEB handling the complaints, consumer complaints on that matter.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you po. For everyone's information lang po, for those who are requesting for the copy of the presentation, pwede po, basta po magsagot lang po tayo mamaya ng ating client satisfaction feedback form. So next po, from Christine, if it's under the jurisdiction of DOH FTA, do we still need to secure DTI permit? Kahit na daw po nakapag-secure na sila at nakapag-apply sa FDA.
No, ma'am. Hindi na kailangan. Basta produkto na na-mention kanina na under the jurisdiction of FDA, o DOH rather, food, drugs, cosmetics, hazardous substances, devices, medical devices rather, you have to secure. Once you have the permit, that's enough. You don't have to go to us. We don't have, in the first place, we don't have jurisdiction on those products covered by FDA rather. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, from Miss Dayan Manaligod, how do you deal with online ads which are actually fake and ibang-iba sa actual product na ina-advertise? Pang-entice lang ng sales of poor quality products na napaka-expensive, not worth the price, but continue to lure buyers and get away with it. May mga permit daw po ba ito? Can DTI not act to sanction this practice?
Actually, kung purely advertisements, it's advertisement. Okay, the 5 elements I mentioned, I stressed or I really reiterated a while ago, is not present. One of the elements not present. It's not a sales promo as far as. In such a case, the permit is now no longer required, diba? So, but if there is really a violation, like misleading advertisements, you can still file a complaint with DTI through the DTI FTEB complaints divisions. But it's no longer a sales promo. If it's really proven talagang there's corresponding sanctions provided for under the rules. So yes, but it's not. If it's purely advertisements, it's already on the misleading advertisements or false advertisements. We can still run after that, but it's not promo. It's on the other provisions of the rules, which is more of misleading advertisement or false or advertisements.
Thank you, Ms. Rose. From Ms. Sheena, SMU, what is the best time daw po to file a permit? For example, magkakaroon sila ng Valentine's promo for 3 days from Feb 14 to 16. What if I applied for the permit ng Feb 10? And since marami naman po mga businesses, paano po pag hindi raw siya nabigyan ng permit agad? Hindi daw po ba siya makakapag-promo?
O dapat, hindi ka mag-promo, huhulihin ka. So, hindi dapat yung best time. It should be kayo ang magsagot. Kayo yung may need eh. As I've said, all applications submitted to us will be evaluated 8 to 5 and we commit to really evaluate it within the given period as our commitment in the ARTA. Now, kung hindi kasi siya kompleto, so kung nag-apply ka 14 na siya, nag-apply ka ng 13, tapos hindi may problema naman siya, hindi ka talaga pwede mag-run ng promo. So, I'd rather advise you to apply earlier. So, kung magkaroon ng problema, mas madali ma-cure. So, I am not, although as I've said, we commit to process it immediately, but we're not encouraging you to submit your application day before your promo launch because it may not be approved kung may problema siya doon sa mechanics. Okay? May problema doon sa mga pinagsasabi niyo na ganito, tapos wala naman. Like, ang price mo is car, tapos ang sinasabi mo is ganito, tapos ang nasa advertising material, ibang itsura ng car, baka magka-problema tayo. Because once you publish it, the one being published is the one that has to be given to the consumer because ito yung kinumit mo sa kanila. Sabihin mong binigay sa amin ibang nasabit, ibang make, may ibang hindi pala siya automatic nakalagay sa amin, manual transmission. Tapos makikita mo naman nakalagay doon automatic transmission ang pinapublish niyo. Problema ka doon kasi kailangan ibigay mo kung anong kino-communicate mo. So, hindi pwede yun. So, as I've said, I'd rather advise you to apply earlier. Now, hindi pwede yung ora-orada. Because magkakaroon ka ng problema. We are not supposed to run your promo without a permit. It is really a sales promotion.
Okay. Thank you po, ma'am. Next question po from Miss or Mr. Lloyd Felizardo. Do we need to secure a DTI permit if our promo does not have a purchase requirement?
Kanina kasi sinabi ko basta one is a purchase, another one is promoting the brand. And then the intention is increasing sale. So it may not be requiring availment of service or purchasing a product. Kasi the definition has two parts. Paragraph 1 and A and B. Ang B kasi is really promoting, just merely by promoting a brand. It's a sales promo. Okay. Kasi kagaya ngayon, marami tayong promo na ang nagparan is online. And the one promoting is applications. These applications require hits. And their business is lang ganon. the advertisements, the sponsorship based on hits. So they really encourage sharing and 1 hour mga campaigns. There is no purchase, but they are promoting their applications for people to visit it. So it's where their revenue coming from. So it's really promoting sales. It's promoting revenue. So it's still sales promotion because there is a promotion of a brand with the intent of increasing sales or increasing revenue. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. From Calbe, Mark Pasha, if a certain supermarket or store has a promotion which covers our product and they applied for a DTI permit for their own promotion, are we still required to apply for a separate FDA permit for it?
Sa ngayon kasi, we have a joint administrative order. Yeah. We have a memorandum order rather with FDA. These supermarkets, mga brick and mortar stores are considered service companies and they covered a wide range of goods. As long as they get permit, kunyari, one chain of store, supermarket applies for a permit. Even if your product is included there, you don't need to get a separate permit. It's enough for that particular retail store who secure the permit, who is the one securing the permit. One store example, I don't want to advertise, but one store, for instance, 7-Eleven. I saw somebody there from 7-Eleven. They're promoting the beer or whatever. And then it's not only that. As long as you purchase this, and that includes all other products, and 7-Eleven apply for a promo permit, that's enough. San Miguel Corporation need not have to secure a permit. Enough for 7-Eleven to secure a permit. But to be concrete about it, I'm not advertising 7-Eleven or that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Rose. Ma'am, kahit ba one-day promo lang, need pa rin ng permit?
Oo, kasi sa batas wala man nakalagay ng period. Ang sinabi sa batas is maximum, walang sinasabing minimum. Yeah. So, kahit nga 1 hour di ba? Yung iba dyan, 1 hour lang or lunchtime lang. They secure a permit.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. How about po yung Auto Hub managed by a collaborator with planned sales promo activities? Exempted din po ba sila knowing na Auto Hub is one of DTI's projects, although managed by the LGU?
LGU is a government office. It's a government. It's a public corporation. It's considered a government agency. If it's really run by the local government, no need. Yeah. Promoting their SMEs in the area, it's still within the exercising the framework of exercising governmental function. They are exempt, yes.
Okay po. Next question tayo, ma'am. Ano-ano pong mga products ang covered ng FDA and DTI sa pag-apply ng sales promo permit? We just want to be enlightened lang po sa jurisdiction ng mga agencies. May common assumption po kasi na lahat ng sales promo ay under ng DTI.
Consumer Act of the Philippines po, nabanggit ko kanina, there are 2 agencies mandated to issue. So, ayaw kong banggitin kung anong cover ng FTEB or ng DTI. Ayaw ko sabihin na lang natin yung sa FDA kasi konti lang sa kanila. Mas madaling tandaan, okay? Kasi kung sasabihin ko sana, airline companies, bus companies, shipping companies, mga Grab, mga kung ano-ano, or mga Lalamove, lahat ng mga service yung cover na DTI yan. So, doon lang tayo sa FDA, DTI. FDA. Foods, lahat ng produkto na cover, foods, manufacturing product ng foods, drugs, cosmetics, FDA yan, devices, medical devices. May mga memorandum circular kung ano yung mga medical devices na cover nila. O kung medical devices not covered by FDA, that means they can secure a permit from us. Kasi kunyari, toothbrush, ang toothbrush kasi it's a medical device. Before, it's included in the listings of medical devices. Recently, tapos tinanggal nila doon na hindi na siya medical device. Regular consumer products na sila. Tapos naiwan yung toothbrush na may battery na mechanized siya. So, but there's a recent circular from FDA na hindi na rin siya covered as medical device, regular consumer goods na sila. So, pwede na namin bigyan ng permit. So, medical devices, there's a listing as far as ano yung mga concerned na medical device na bibigyan ng permit ng FDA. All others na wala doon, kaming magbibigay ng permit. So, as I've said, it's better to focus on ano ba yung cover ng FDA, the rest is FTEB. Or DTI office, the regional DTI offices, regional and provincial office.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question po. Are advertisements posted on social media accounts of establishments considered as sales promotional campaign? As an observation po, some establishments makes announcement in their social media pages to entice patronage of the readers or viewers. How did the emergence of social media affect po then your monitoring of sales promo?
It's a challenge. We will not say that we monitor them. The issuance, the processing of permit is a challenge on us already. And there's another division as far as FTEB is concerned, handling monitoring of compliance to some certain mandated rules na mandated or DTI is mandated to enforce. It's a monitor and enforcement divisions. They do some monitoring on some. I don't think that we can 100% monitor them. That's why kung hindi na monitor at hindi namin nakikita, wala kaming magawa doon dahil hindi talaga kaya. Kasi imagine mo, it's really a wide range of market environment in the internet, in that platform, in that environment online. But if it's purely advertisement and all the elements as I've discussed a while ago, I really emphasize, when the 5 elements is not there, only parang one of the elements is absent, hindi siya promo. It's just an advertisement. So it does not require a permit. But if that advertisement is misleading, or as I mentioned, that there are certain violations, there's another group handling it. It's not really the sales promotion or division handling it, because we are more focused on the issuance of sales promo permit, evaluation of applications, and we do receive a lot, 300, 350 a day. It's really a challenge on us. And we do, in fact, we ask for additional staff. We cannot handle it anymore. And we are stretching ourselves already.
Thank you, ma'am. Time check po, 11:45. We have last 3 questions na lang po for Miss Rose. Yan. So ma'am, must all companies, regardless of capital size and scope of business, duration, register all promotions to DTI? What will the repercussion be for not applying the promos with DTI?
Actually, the rules, there's a penalty of a maximum of 300,000. It really would depend on the evidence we gathered and the gravity of the offense. And I'm not privy on the appreciation of how much is the corresponding penalty is going to be imposed. There's another division handling that, which is adjudication division. And we have adjudication officer who's going to appraise or evaluate the documents submitted and the extent of the violation. And it's for them to decide how much based on certain provisions of certain rules as far as DTI is concerned.
Thank you, ma'am.
I can say it's a maximum of 300,000.
Sige ba. Ma'am, is there a way po for consumers to check ano ang scope ng sales promotion? Kung nationwide ba, kung regional, or kung ang promise of gain ba ay too good to be true po?
Our portal is, the permit number is very crucial. You can access our iRegis portal and search for that particular permit number. If if that permit number that you have is not, it's not, I mean, the response is not available, meaning it's not issued by us, because I don't even memorize I don't even know what's the alphanumeric or the permit number that we issued, because automatically generated by the system. If you have questions, you can have you can go to the consumer care and you can inquire them, and they're going to pass it on to us. We will search and we'll find it. We'll inform you that we did not issue or we issued the permit.
Thank you, Ms. Rose. For our last question na po, for complaints, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I would like to emphasize yung sinabi ng too good to be true.
Yes, ma'am.
If that particular campaign is reviewed by us, there should be, I mean, it's not possible that the promise is too good to be true. Because that's one of the issues. It's one of our requirements to have to review that it has to be really, it has to be what is being promised. I mean, when you promise a particular goods to your consumer, or when they participated in a particular promo, they have to deliver it. So meaning it's good. It's not true. It's really true. You have to make sure, because that's the objective of the law, that it has to be true to its claim, and they have to deliver what is promised. If there's a breach of whatever, there's a remedy as far as violation is concerned. So, hindi pwedeng too good to be true. Maybe it's a false advertisement. 100% and one. I'm sure they did not secure a permit from us.
Yes, ma'am. So, yun ma'am, for complaints po or inquiries, saan po sila pwedeng mag-email or tumawag?
Actually, mediation _ at ftmediation@dti.gov.ph.
So that's all, ma'am, para po sa ating Q&A. Maraming salamat po, Miss Rose, para po sa ating very informative na discussion for today. And before we close this session, ma'am, may we ask you po to give a short message for our participants?
Ay, nagre-raise ng hand ang si Pam. Si Camille. Hi, sister. How was it? I think securing a permit right now is really easy. It's just on your fingertips. You don't have to go back or menu. You don't have to traverse the traffic. All you have to do is sit down on your computer and apply it and access our iRegis portal. I don't see any reason why you cannot apply for sales promo permit. Okay, it's not only the law is not one-sided. It's really for both parties. As mentioned a while ago in the opening of our OIC, Ms. Camille Castillo, that it's really a two-prong. It's really protecting consumer at the same time, also protecting yung interest of the sponsors. Kasi kung nagkaroon naman ng problema, nagkaroon ng media breach dyan, di kayo din apektuhan. Kung dumaan man sa DTI yon and then it's being reviewed, we're making sure that it's really compliant already. So whatever problems coming up or that may crop up later on, it can be resolved as far as based on what we do approve. So just accessing the DTI iRegis portal, you can apply for a sales promo permit. Not only to making sure you're compliant, you're also promoting your brand, because when you're compliant, no complaints is right. There would be no problem coming up, and there's no consumer complaint. And it's business. It's good. I mean, it's not easy also to come and go and address issues later on. I hope but I think really majority of our clients are compliant or applying for religiously as far as the promo is concerned. And especially now that we're online, we're on a virtual environment, which is really very convenient as far as our client is concerned. I hope that this morning you gained some insights or knowledge as far as these particular provisions of the law is concerned, the Article 116 as far as the sales promo, advertising and sales promotion concerned. Okay, and thank you for staying with us for the last 2 hours. I hope it's a fruitful exercise and you gain something from it. Thank you.
Thank you again, Miss Rose Egmilan, for the very engaging webinar ngayong araw po. Maraming salamat, ma'am. At mula po sa Consumer Protection Group, maraming salamat din po sa ating participants na nakasama natin ngayong umaga dito po sa Zoom at syempre po sa ating pong Facebook Live. Huwag niyo pong kalimutan na samahan kaming muli sa aming pong mga susunod na webinar. Our announcement will be posted in our social media accounts po. For updates, please like, follow, subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube accounts. That's DTI Consumer Care and DTI Philippines. Again, maraming salamat po and stay safe.
Leah, can I
Yes, ma'am.
It comes for kanina and the other DTI offices, if they have some issues, I think we have to settle it among ourselves. How is it going to be done? Are we going to do it now or are we going to have a meeting with them?
You can stay for a few minutes with DTI. Yes, ma'am, para direct ng sagot.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Camille. Para po sa mga concerns, DTI internal concerns po, wag po tayo muna mag-leave and pwede po natin itanong kay Ms. Rose ngayong umaga. And para po sa ating mga ibang participants and private sectors, consumers, maraming salamat po.
May Toto. Okay.
Para sa ating mamamayang Pilipino, para iwas daya dapat wais at alisto. Mainam maging mapagmatsyag at mapanuri tayo. Palakasin ang boses ng ating mga consumer. Dapat tama bawat presyo at serbisyo. Produktong pasado, lalo ang mga pangunahing bilihin. Ang kalidad ng mga produkto at serbisyo ay pangalagaan ng lahat. Tayo ay panalo. Layunin ng DTI ito.
Ipatupad Price Act 7581, Consumer Act 7394, Product Standards 4109, for Consumer Care at iba pa, tayang 1384.
Ipalaganap, karapatan at tungkulin. Kaalamang tama sa consumer ibahagi. Tulay sa kaunlaran, kalakalan ay palakasin. Ito ang pagbabago para sa ikabubuti natin. Dapat tapat bawat presyo at serbisyo. Produktong pasado, lalo ang mga pangunahing bilihin. Ang kalidad ng mga produkto at serbisyo ay pangalagaan ng lahat. Tayo ay panalo. Layunin ng DTI ito.
Ipatupad Price Act 7581, Consumer Act 7394, Product Standards 4109, for Consumer Care at iba pa, tayang 1384.
Dapat tama, dapat tapat, mula sa DTI ito.
Lisa, can we start na? Marami pa yatang ano. Yeah. Do we still have...
May public pa ba?
Meron pa po, ma'am.
Oo, marami. 121.
So maybe we can request our consumers or consumer groups to leave and our representatives from the industry. We just have a session on an internal session for DTI. If you cannot leave, we'll remove you. Baka kasi yung iba nagla-lunch na, nakalimutan mag-leave.
No, nakalimutan lang. 12 na ba? Na, 57. Hello. Ay, sister, this is my, I think this is my last webinar.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm believing.
Alis ka na.
Yeah. I'm retiring.
July, right?
Yeah, I'm July.
July pa naman eh. Matagal pa.
Bakit uulit ka pa ba?
June pa. May, June. Oh. We'll make sure uulit ka.
Wag. Wag.
Naiyak ako doon.
No, there's a beginning and there's an end.
I know.
It's really part of the cycle. I'm happy leaving DTI.
Iyak talaga ako. Busy.
We'll see each other before I leave.
Of course. And we have our planning on Friday.
I miss you, girl.
I miss you too. Naiyak ako. Sandali lang.
No, I don't want to cry. I'm happy leaving DTI, you know.
Yeah, with all the accomplishments that you were able to deliver. Galing.
Wala na yata. Tayo na lang. 95 na.
Oo, game na tayo.
Baka taga-probinsya na yan.
Maybe our tech team can already start removing one by one. Tapos start na tayo. Sige, Riza.
Sige, ma'am. Let's start po kay Miss Hunelita Mora.
Ay, talaga.
Ay, ma'am. Sorry po, cut po kita. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oo, kasi nag-attend ako ng, yes po, ma'am, kami. Nag-attend kasi ako ng civil service webinar 10 to 11. Kaya humabol pa rin ako kasi ang dami naming pwedeng itanong dito sa province. So, as introduced earlier po, ako si Junie Mora ng DTI Camarines.
Wait lang po tanggalin ko lang po yung live natin sa Facebook.
Okay.
Oo, ikaw dapat natanggalin ka lang.
Natanggal na dito, tapos naka-live pala tayo sa Facebook.
Oo, yung chika namin ni Miss
Akala ko mo, Stris, dadalawan mo ako. Ma'am Camille, miss ka na namin dito sa balik ka sa Naga.
Sige, sana soon, no? Pag pwede na tayo magbiyahe.
Opo. Ma'am Rose, mamimiss ka po namin.
Of course. I'm just around the corner. Yeah.
Apo. Anyway, sige.
Ano gagawin natin?
Ma'am, yung una po, ma'am, yung buy one, take one ng mga burger houses kasi pinapaikutan sa amin dito. Iko-cover ba natin yan ng NOV or Notice of Violation? Mga buy one, take one, ng mga burger houses.
Na walang permit. Actually, ganito.
Ayan na, okay na po. Hindi na po tayo live sa Facebook.
Buy one, take one.
Opo.
Alam ko naman may mga burger yan talaga. It's misleading. Can you just imagine? Mag-buy one, take one ka. Ang presumption kasi buy one, take one. Yung price na yun is para talaga sa isa lang, di ba? Kaya sa promo, dahil iba-buy one, take one sila. So, you are paying, you are getting two out of the price of one. If you are a businessman, layman's term, kung ikaw ay negosyante, ikaw ay negosyo, ang ginagawa mo ay nagba-buy one, take one ka, kakana ka nag-survive. See? May profit margin tayo. Ang mga burger na yan, may profit margin tayo. So, meaning, very, very glaring na hindi talaga siya, yung price niya dun sa isa, kinover na yung price sa isa. Kasi otherwise, kung common sense, paano ka nag-survive? So, hindi mo pwedeng wala kaming permit kasi buy one, take one is really a promo. And it has to have a maximum period of 1 year. So, kung hindi siya, kasi medyo, kumbaga, premium siya. So, kung sabihin niya, hindi, all year naman, buy one, take one kami, niloloko mo na, it's misleading already. You are fooling the public. I'm sure that the price that they're giving, they disclose is a price of the two. So kahit na sabi na buy one take one yan, yung price nila dyan ay price nila unless talagang hindi totoo yung sinasabing buy one take one. So ano siya, misleading siya. It's false advertisement already. Pwede niya siyang ikutan. Pwede niya siyang huliin. Kasi kung promo siya, kasi very glaring promo siya, buy one take one. Hindi sa pwedeng buy one take one year in and year out. In the same manner na hindi pwedeng sale na year in and year out because sale is as a maximum period of 3 months. So outside that, niloloko ko ng problema mo, niloloko ng publiko mo at yung presyo mo talaga, presyo doon sa in-exam mo lang yung price mo, kumbaga ginadjack upan mo para ma-cover mo yung sinasabi mong discount. It's really misleading. Nandun yun sa kanta ng si Pab kanina. Mas maganda yung ano nyo yung kanina. Dapat ilalabas natin yung mga jingle natin. It's really very informative.
Ma'am Rose, one last question na lang po. Ma'am, before I go. Ma'am, yung 30 days nating prescriptive period, since pandemic baga ngayon, wala bang pagbabago doon?
Actually, sinasabi ko na kanina na hindi namin in-observe. There is really an instruction from management, the secretary himself. Because it's no longer responsive to our clients. Our clients are online clients. And you are talking of a real-time monitoring of sales. Kasi talagang pag nawala yan sa pag nag-stagnant yan, ibig sabihin walang bumibili. So nakikita na monitor nila. They really have to respond and to come up with some activity that would drumbeat or to entice the public to patronize the product, parang umakyat yung sales nila. So yung 30 days na lang with present environment, with e-commerce and everything, hindi na talaga sa responsive. Naintindihan naman natin na nandoon yun sa batas. Wala tayong magawa doon. Nasa batas talaga yan. But it's more problematic if you're going to insist on something which was crafted 1992 where all this virtual environment is not present yet. We are no longer responsive to our clients. That 30 days is a decade already as far as online platforms is concerned. So why do you have to stick to it when if we're going to apply it and then we're talking of Lazada and Zalora and Shopee and Grab and malalaman and Food Panda, yung 30 days na yon, hala, relevant para ba yun sa negosyo nila? Hindi na, useless na yun. So it's really something na it's no longer relevant. And we have to be very unless we tried. Because of the Solicitor General opinion as far as the 30 days, it's mandatory. Whatever what we encountered is more problems, and we insisted it. And we're talking of Smart, Globe, and all those companies na talaga namang hindi na talaga at they're complaining and they'll go to the president. And then the secretary give in, we have to be responsive to the need. It's more problematic. We're going to insist on the 30 days when it's no longer responsive to the needs of our clients. What is 30 days as far as online platforms, online market environment is concerned? Wala na. Useless. So that's it.
Thank you.
We just follow the directives from management, okay? And so far, the issue naman talaga, the objective is protecting the interest of the consumer. So the reason why the fact that the mechanics and the promo is evaluated by respective DTI office was the restriction of the store. As far as the promo is concerned, it already accomplished the mandate of the law, which is protect the consumer. It's protecting the 30 days. Violating the 30 days is not really equivalent than violating the interest of the consumers. Because if we cannot issue them and then that particular because of the 30 days, we are not protecting the interest of the consumers. Consumers in the market environment with the pandemic, everyone is on the online and you can purchase. I don't think it's relevant that we're going to insist on the 30 days. With e-commerce, Ay nako, wala talaga. Wala na. I'd rather not get a permit rather than 30 days. It's useless.
Okay, noted po. Thank you.
Thank you po, Miss Rose, Miss Hunalita.
Thank you.
Ma'am, next po natin from Zamboanga del Sur.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello po, ma'am. Ma'am, good noon po, ma'am. Ma'am Rose.
Oh, kumusta?
Ma'am, mali pala itong background ko. Mandate sharing namin. Anyway, ma'am, with regards sa 30 days po, kasi ina-apply pa rin namin dito sa province namin, but sometimes that's the discretion of the provincial director.
Ma'am Cristel?
Yes
Ma'am,
po,
medyo
yes po.
maingay lang po sa background natin, ma'am.
Kasi may itong headset ko, ma'am, parang hindi maganda. Pero clear lang din dyan. Clear?
Masakit sa tenga sa...
Oh
Masakit sa tenga dito.
Yan na lang po. For a while.
While waiting po siguro kay Miss Crisville, nandito po ba si Ma'am Maria Regina